I'd like to believe once in everybody's deer hunting career, they have a story like this.
But he hit my camera 3 times last night.
A 3-year journey full of encounters, sheds, misses, pictures. So without further ado, here's the story of Chug.
There's not a deer that means more to me and that hasn't ever meant more to me.
So let's catch everybody up to speed real quick.
Last year I grazed them, and 2 years ago I wounded them. We're back on a piece of property that I grew up hunting. I learned to hunt on, and I've been hunting it for about the past month now, and I've had a camera here for about the past month, and a couple bucks have been showing up here. And I've kind of come to hunt this one buck for a couple times now, and actually last night I tried slipping in here to hunt him, and I bumped him out. Not where I thought he would be bedding. I bumped him out with a couple other deer that I think to be shedded bucks, but it's a pretty wide A point. He's been coming to my camera pretty religiously, so should be a good night. We got a good wind, got a lot of snow, so deer should be on our feet. Seen a lot of tracks on the way in, so let's hope tonight's a good night.
This is where the story of Chug begins. Gavin has found himself for the late season tag in Ohio these past couple years and always grinds it out till the end. In 2021, he was able to gain permission on an old hunting property, and this is where he first encounters Chug.
See if the arrow's there, look at blood, maybe look 10 yards farther. We're gonna turn around and head out. Review footage back at the house, wait for the guys. We're gonna come back in here and track. What's up, Marcus?
What's up, dude?
What do you think, bro?
I think it's a dead deer.
Dead.
What's up, boys?
Carhartts, huh?
Initially, the shot looked low, but after review with the group back at the house, we saw that the deer was hurting pretty hard and looked like it was actually stumbling when it was running away.
3 things you can do easy.
If you've bow hunted for some time, you know it's always a possibility that you're not going to recover your trophy. And this story wouldn't be interesting if we did. We did everything right. Got permission to track on neighboring properties, grid searched the next day, found beds, found more blood, but the buck was nowhere to be found. With the 2021 season winding down, Gavin was able to shoot a doe on the last day to wrap his tag around, and hopefully boost his confidence for the following fall.
That's one way to put out the season. Really want to put a deer on the ground with it being the last day of season, and that's exactly what happened. Now it's time for shed hunting, turkey season, and then a whole bunch of preparation for next year.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys? Welcome back here to another season here at WildTime TV.
Gavin hasn't always been dealt the best hand when archery hunting Ohio. But one thing's for sure, if you spend enough time in the woods, you're gonna see some good bucks.
Bucks are curious and on their feet, so. It's like 3 o'clock right now. Hopefully we see a big one. Well, I'm up in the stand now. As you guys can probably tell by the shooting rail behind me, it's an existing ladder stand that the property owner has up. I don't really expect to be able to kill anything from this tonight, just with I don't think deer are going to be able to get close enough to me, but I do expect to see a lot of deer. I can still see that whole ridge that all them deer have been piling off of, but I can also see a big cut bean field through the timber here. I can't see it the best if any deer come out in it. I doubt I'll be able to get any video, but I'll be able to glass them up and tell what they are, so there's a good chance I still see a lot of deer come off this ridge down to the hay. And then probably a lot of deer pile out in this bean field at last light, I would think, so let's just hope that we lay our eyes on Chug.
Almost exactly a year later, same property, same conditions, Chug is back and bigger than ever.
It almost just went down on the buck that I was in here for. And I just blew it. But that was Chug. That was the buck I was in here for. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking... That's horrible. 2 weeks left of season and that happens. What's up, guys? It's February 3rd. It's like 4 o'clock right now. It's Friday. Season ends on Sunday. So it's really coming down to it. Back here in the same stand, you guys have been seeing me hunt a lot. Hunting after Chug tonight. I haven't had him on camera probably about 4 or 5 days. Granted, my camera was down and not working for about 3 of those days, so. But he hasn't showed up. A couple deer showed up last night. Looked like pretty nice sized, body-wise shedded bucks, so he could be shedded or he could not be. I don't know for sure. My buddy, the neighbor, he hasn't had him on camera at all either, so I don't know. It's like single digits. Real feel with the wind chill is like negative, so it's cold tonight. Hopefully the deer on their feet gonna want to come get this grain corn down here, so hopefully Chug's not shedded and hopefully he comes in tonight. Oh, I don't even know what to really say, other than just another up coming from Gavin. I put my second pin on him, which is about 52 yards. I was perfect up and down, and I shot in front of him. I mean, I might have grazed his front brisket, but I don't think I did. I think I clean missed. He took off, ran up the hill, and stood up there like nothing really happened. I wasn't really spooked that bad, but wow, that was the deer. I think I'm gonna call it there. It's another season empty-handed.
Oh yeah.
Good. That's awesome. For the buck Chug, and I'm just gridding this kind of front valley thicket because I knew he was bedded in here some towards the end of the season. I'm gridding it real good, and I just got up here on top of this, the top of this valley where it's real thick, and I just spotted a decent little oldie 4-point side. Must have overlooked him last year, and I mean, I've field edges right here. I've drove and walked that field edge many of times this year, so I just overlooked it. But had a pretty good spot on it through the thicket. Not a bad buck. I don't know what deer this could be this year, or even last year, because I hunted here late season last year too. But I'll have to look back in some pictures, or trail camera pictures and stuff, to be able to see if I remember him. Actually, I could be wrong, but this could be Chug last year. Oh my gosh. Long 2, shorter 3, not much of a brow. And last year I wounded him and he disappeared for the rest of the season. I wounded him January 15th, I think, 17th, somewhere around in there. And he disappeared until the end of the season. Ran cameras here for about a week after season, and then I ended up pulling him, so. But he must have been back in here. I'm almost positive that's him. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm looking for a set this year, and I found his one this year. Just picked him up. So I just talked to you guys on that tree line over there where I picked up that 4-side freshie, and I cut across the field back here. And I was walking this is a big Osage tree line right here, right on the edge of this field, debating about walking in the middle of it. I'm like, no, it's a little too dark to get inside there. I'm gonna have to come back and walk it. So I just walked this edge out, and I was about halfway down and just found the antler that I came back in here for. That is Chug's right side with all the stuff, with all the twine wrapped up in his antler. That is the buck that I had 3 opportunities within the last 2 weeks of season. I missed him once. He busted me once, and we saw him stand up out of his bed on the last day of season at like 90 to 100 yards, and God told him to go the other way for some reason. But this is the deer. This is the deer that we came back in here for. I know his other side can't be far, but man, it's getting dark. I'm just gonna have to come back and just walk it again. I'm gonna walk this edge out the rest of the way, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to look in this tree line too good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at all that twine wrapped up in his antlers. Look at all that. That is awesome. That's Chug. I found his right side from last year an hour ago, and this is his right side from this year. Look at that. Oh, I couldn't be happier right now. That's crazy. Cameras went crazy last night. November 10th. I've seen probably 5-6 different bucks. Really, let's hope he's bedded right there. I didn't booger him up or anything. And he stands up and works his field edge. And it's rained all day, so I'm thinking the deer should be on their feet this evening. What's up, guys? So today is a big day. As you guys know, I've been hunting the deer Chug for the past 2 years now. And I've actually wounded them back in 21 and 22. I grazed them in 22 and I wounded them in 21. But this deer's been on everyone's radar around this block for the whole season / summer, and I haven't been able to hunt him because of the property that I can hunt. The guy is a hunter himself, but we got through gun week, and he kind of does a little bit more gun hunting. So usually after muzzleloader or extended gun, I can't really remember, he lets me go in and do my share of hunting at the end of the year. But I've been bugging him. Thank you, Ben. I've been bugging him to get back here because I got a camera back here and I've been picking Chug up on it. And Chug actually, he hit the camera at 2:45 yesterday, and he daylighted again at 5 o'clock last night. And I mean, it was gut wrenching to see that, not be able to go in there and kill him. But I shot my neighbor a text, and he's allowing me to go in here a couple days this week. So I'm going in here tonight. Chug was on the camera at 5:45 this morning, heading right to a bedding area that I know he's bedded in before. I've seen him stand up out of beds in there. I've kicked him out of there. I found a shed of his in there. So we're gonna try to slip in and be able to hunt over where my camera is. And I gotta do a hang and hunt system. It's like 3 o'clock right now. I gotta try to get in as quiet as possible and do a hang and hunt system within probably 100 yards of him bedded. I've done it before, so I'm really hoping I can do it tonight. And I think if I can get in without bumping him where I want to go, there's a good chance I'm going to see him tonight. So I'm absolutely amped up. This is my #1 deer. I mean, this deer has consumed my life since I hunted him last year, really. So we're going to slip in the woods and get up in a tree. I'm all set up in a tree now. Well, actually, I still got to set my camera arm up, but I've been moving real slow and quiet. Just had one little buck come on by. I didn't even bother on trying to film him. Just I didn't want to risk him catching me or anything, so he ended up working by probably at 15-20 yards up on this top still. Now, if a mature buck would have done that, then I would have tried to shoot. I don't know if I would have been able to pull it off without him picking me out, but I don't know. Let's hope. Day 2 of going after Chug. I know I didn't really give you guys much context last night, just because I was so worried, because I knew how close I was to him. I didn't do much filming or talking, and I just did not want to mess anything up. So I ended up having a couple doe work in, and I think I told you guys about the little buck that worked by. And on my way out, I ended up getting down. I was packing my sticks up, and I looked up, and there was a body of a deer standing in the cornfield. And I binoed it. I could tell through my binos that it was a doe. Well, I watched her disappear just because of, you know, lack of light, couldn't see the best. And then I watched her reappear, and she was running, and I heard grunting. But the grunting didn't really sound like it was coming from like a mature buck. Kind of sounded like it was coming from a bunting buck, so I kind of assumed that maybe what I thought to be a doe was a bunting buck. But then I saw a big bodied deer following the deer that was running, and I could just tell it was a slammer buck. And to the best of my knowledge, Chug's about the only big deer that I know of, and that could have been that big, you know, the deer I saw last night. Well, they ended up working off, going toward, like, he came out of right where I thought he was bedded. For some reason, he just came out in the cornfield, and ended up chasing a doe around just a little too late for me to be able to see him good. But they ended up working off, going towards the back block of woods. I was like, perfect. I didn't bump him out of his bed. I could sneak out of here while he's chasing a doe around in the back block, and I won't hurt anything. Well, I got up to the field edge, so I walked 20 yards, got up to the field edge, and I look up, and there's a big body deer coming right at me. I binoed it. I could tell it's him. I saw his tines, 100% him, and he walked all the way to 35 yards right down the field edge from me. I was just standing there. I was looking at him through my binos, and he came to a stop at the field edge, and they started walking again. I'm like, well, do I want him to catch my wind, or do I want to make some noise, like subtle noise, like me walking, and bump him out? Well, I decided, I didn't know, because this was a split-second decision. I didn't know which one could have been better. I thought he worked down into the woods, and I didn't want him to catch my wind, so I started walking. Well, he never ended up working in the woods. He was still on the edge of the field. I just couldn't see. And he turned around and bounded back off across the field into the back block of woods. So he never caught my wind. He just heard me. I thought that could have been the best case. And turns out it didn't really booger him too much, at least from what I think. He ended up showing up on my camera 2 hours later, another one at 1 o'clock at night, and then another one at like 5:50 in the morning. So kind of same scenario as yesterday. I think I know where he's bedded, and wind switch, wind's coming in my face right now, so I'm going to be on the opposite side of the ravine, and I've already got a tree picked out, and I got sticks cleared and stuff like that to be able to sneak down into this tree because I've always looked at it. So we should be able to sneak in a little bit better tonight and getting a little bit better setup. So I'll talk to you guys in the tree because it's getting down crunch time. I got to get in the woods. I'm kind of scared. I'm sure they're sweethearts.
What's up, guys? It's December 12th. It's an evening sit, and it's 4 o'clock right now. I got off work at about 2:30, and I crept back here real slow and got up, set up slow and as quiet as possible. So that's why it's already 4 o'clock, but I'm right in here. I'm right over top of a camera in a corn pile where I've had a lot of pictures of Chug in the past 4 days. So he hit my camera 3 times last night. Once at like 8, another at 1 a.m., and a third time at like 5:45, 5:50 in the morning. So I'm predicting that he's bedded down this valley more where I know he's been, where I know he's bedded before. And where I think he's probably bedded, I'm within 100 yards. I'm tucked up in this cherry tree, and I got 2 Osage trees in front of me that just kind of give me a lot of cover, but I have a decent amount of shots, I think. So we're gonna sit tight, keep our eyes out. Let's hope he works right down this valley, or right down this bottom, and he can get stuck. So I just turn around, there's a cat walking behind me. It scared the crap out of me. Thought it was a deer. Oh, and a little buck. I watched him stand up out of his bed, right exactly where I thought he was. He stood up, I caught a glimpse of white. It was him thrashing his head around, stretching. And he just took a long time to work in here. He was so on edge, I drew back without him knowing. And I shot him and I hit him back. I heard a pop. But it was most definitely guts. Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick. still be up on this thick top right in front of me. I watched them and heard them run into there, and I didn't hear anything else. Oh my God. Well, I don't even know what to do right now. I'm excited. I'm tore up. I guess. I mean, I haven't seen him since he ran into this thick top. I'm gonna sit here the rest of the night, and I'm gonna just watch over there, and I'm gonna slip out of here as quiet as possible, without, making any noise or bumping him. I want to review the footage, but it looked far back, and he was slightly quartering two, so the farther back it looked, my exit was even farther back, and it's just, I shot him right here at like 24 yards probably, 25 yards, 24. I just stuck him. The problem is I literally watched him work in through my binos for the last 100 yards. He was bedded 100 yards from me. That little buck that came in here earlier, he came in that way and he went right back out that way, and I watched him walk all the way down this ravine, and I look over and I catch a glimpse of white flashing around, and it was Chug standing up, and he was throwing his head around, stretching his neck and stuff like that. And then they kind of went at it. They were sparring a little bit. Little buck went somewhere else, and he just worked all the way in as slow as possible. There was multiple times when he was at 60 yards, 80 yards in the thicket, and I'd make a little movement, and it looked like he would look at me, and he'd stare at me for like 30 seconds to a minute, and I wouldn't move a muscle. And he did that a handful of times all the way down through. But, he came right down this trail perfect. I drew back without him having he knew it all. I didn't want to stop him. I was too scared to stop him. I didn't want to. He was so on edge. I was scared if I made a noise, it would just booger everything. He was walking slow enough to where I thought I'd be able to pull a shot off and still hit right where I wanted to. I don't know what happened at all. I don't know what happened. Just worked up. Oh my God, I'm sick, but I'm so worked up. This deer there's not a deer that means more to me and that has ever meant more to me. I've missed that exact deer right there. Last year I missed him, or last year I grazed him, and 2 years ago I wounded him. I have 2 of his sheds. Last year I had 3 encounters with him. I just had it work. Oh my God. I just messed the shot up. Hi, man.
There he is. Hello, Fred.
Hey guys. He's quarter 2 to the slightest. And so, he took off, he ran up the hill real hard, and then obviously I'm freaking out, I couldn't get in focus. And this is where I saw him start walking, and I heard all that stuff 20 minutes later. It was right on this top, and it's a real thick top. This is I found a shed from 2 years ago right there.
He's coming to the monkey balls. Did you say in the intro you put out monkey balls and bait? Oh boy. You didn't seem happy running up that hill.
In wide range.
Hit him right there.
I think so. What is that? How is that from where I always sit? Is it on the inside of the back corner or the outside?
Well, the good news is this is probably the best shot you've put on him so far.
The arrow connected decent good.
He still got the arrow with him.
1, 2, 3, chug! We got me, Drake, Nick, Joey, and Sammy. Me, Nick, and Drake, and Joey are all going, and we're starting from square one. Starting from the initial impact, and we're gonna start creeping through the thicket that I last saw him. Obviously, if there's blood, we're gonna try to follow blood. But if not, we're gonna end up grid searching the thicket that I ended up watching him disappear in. If nothing leads up to that, we're gonna back out and have a drone guy come in this evening. But while we're doing that, Sammy's gonna be posted up at the other end of the bottom, kind of looking over a big cornfield and also the bottom, just in case we do bump him. Sammy should be able to see him slip out whatever way he decides to go. So right now we're walking back to my setup, and we're gonna take things real slow and hopefully something good happens. I got some hair here. I don't know. He ran up this trail right here. Hey, I kinda like those tracks are sliding up that hill. Yeah. Right here. Right here. Here. Right there. There. I don't know where to go from here. What's going on? I'm freaking out, Nick. Right here, right here. I don't know where I have some right next to my foot, and I don't know where he went from there. He could have ducked down through there. He could have went this way. I mean, it seems like he would have went this way. Hey, guys, I got a dead deer down here. You got a dead deer down here, guys.
Go put your hands on him.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where's Sammy? Sammy!
Sammy! Dude, he is a freaking giant.
Oh my God. Coyotes got to him.
Coyote did get him.
Did you guys see him for a while?
I saw him when we just got to that tree. I stood up on that tree and I looked at Drake. I was like, he's right there. I started shaking. I was like,
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Just take it off with AJ.
go.
There he is. 3 years.
3 years, baby.
Dude, he's freaking. Oh, man, he's everything.
He's big.
Oh, dude.
He's
That's a freaking
big.
giant right there, Gavin.
Oh my God, dude.
Goodness, dude.
Oh my God. So I probably did hear him fall down that hill, come busting down in here.
Guarantee that's what that was.
There he is.
Oh my God, guys.
Gavin just He's just running down the hill. You threw your bow?
Dude, I was scared. I was so scared. Booyah, Jack. That's the final chug, baby.
Cool. Six and 4/8. Great.
$148 and 6/8.
Are you serious?
I did that twice.
Oh my god.
Got the same thing twice. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude,
Put her there.
That's awesome.
No one guessed that high, did they?
We're calling the whole Wild Time group chat right now. Hello? You guys hear me?
Yeah. Hello?
I just plugged them.
No, you did not, dude.
Yeah, hey, bring it down a little bit. I hit them back though.
How far back? Oh my god, Gavin.
I got